I traditionally have sort of done smaller films.
Yes.
You know, and this to me was a completely new venture, and I sort of took a chance and tried something different. And, you know, it definitely worked out in my opinion, but I've never done anything of this caliber, and it's a lot more to sort of deal with, not only the sort of endurance you need to stay in character for that long when you're there for over 7 months within the sort of whirlwind of things going on around you. It was extremely difficult. But, you know, my opinion of huge movies like this that have a lot, that are special effects oriented, has always been to stay away from them because they seem to me to sort of lack a lot of content, you know. But I didn't want to discriminate against this because it was such a powerful story and such an important movie. I mean, when you're sitting there running towards the back of a ship with, you know, 2,000 people around you screaming for their lives, in this sort of on a ship that looks exactly like the Titanic, and while it's like going up in the air on hydraulics, you can't help but feel like you're really there. And seeing the ship and just being on it on an everyday basis was, there was certain moments, I mean, not all the time, but there was definite certain moments where I felt like, wow, I'm really here. Kate and I had she's such a terrific person in general that our chemistry sort of just naturally happened, I think, on screen. We just like each other as people, and I think that definitely showed. As far as doing the love scene, though, we laughed about it a lot, and we you know, those questions occurred like, was this Rose's first time? Was it Jack's first time? You know, who sort of knew? Being that vulnerable, I think, all around as a character was a lot more difficult for me to do. I mean, I'm sort of always played characters that have dealt with, you know, had some sort of demon or some internal struggle, and playing such a guy that was so sort of open-hearted and free-spirited, it was difficult, you know, harder than I thought it would be. That was a funny day, because I think it was like the first day, I think it was our first day of work, if I remember it correctly. The poor girl had to, you know, be completely naked in front of me, you know, in front of the whole sort of crew.
Oh boy.
And it was like jumping right into it, you know, for her. And I wasn't uncomfortable at all. I mean, felt uncomfortable for her. I mean, it was but the scene worked out well.
The movie's so serious. What kind of things did you guys do to lighten the mood a little bit? So heavy.
I've always sort of been, not necessarily a prankster, but definitely somebody who likes to lighten up the mood on set. I think on most movies I do, just because, you know, nothing that would ever affect, you know, the actual film.
Right.
There's certain limits, but I definitely like to lighten things up because people are so uptight about making movies. It's ridiculous, and if you don't watch out, it'll rub off on you. So I'm good at my imitations of the cast and crew. That's my whole deal.
Did you do one of Kate?
Did I do one of Kate? No. Don't ask me to either. Oh, the good thing was, one thing that I liked, that I enjoyed doing. You know, much like a coach after any sort of big game, I got to dump a big thing of ice and water on Jim's head in front of everybody after the movie was done, and that was really rewarding because he didn't know who it was. He looked around, trying to search around, and it was me, and I got away scot-free, which was cool.
A lot of the talk, though, is that this movie is going to take you to the next level. Superstar Leonardo DiCaprio. How do you feel about all this?
I almost look at it as not necessarily a passing thing in my career, but, you know, I understand that, you know, if you want to have a sort of a career with longevity, you know, things go up and down, you become popular, not so popular, not so popular. I mean, I'm experiencing it, and I'm seeing how it is. I'm enjoying it. It's cool, but whatever will, you know, carry me to the next level as an actor, so I can continue to do good movies. I mean, the choices I've made have simply been because they've been, you know, the best possible films in front of me, and that's why I've sort of done them, and I haven't sort of, you know, purposely chosen to become sort of widely known. You know, that wasn't my reason, but. If it comes or if it goes, it's fine with me. I just want to keep growing as an actor and doing good work. That's my main objective.